All right, good morning, guys. So today's objective is to work with our user interface again to create elements to use for our apps and recognize any errors that might be there. So let's get into it. Oh, here we are. Okay, so lesson overview. I think you're going to be just fine on it. Same concepts we used before. All right, bubble 2. All right, so we're going to be changing the depth and delete tools to make it look basically like this. So start with this, end up with this. The way you do that is you can go to design mode, and looks like we just need to move some stuff around and whatnot. So it looks like they have this at the bottom. The thing that maybe people have a hard time with is that they maybe don't understand like the depth thing. So let me just get there for a second. So if we move this, we need the yellow in front. So what you can do is you can just click the yellow, go to the bottom here on the Properties tab, and move forward. There we are. Move it in front, click the red, and there we go. The point is you can, move things back and forth, and it makes it in front or not in front. Okay. And it looks like we got some extras. So you can use the, you can just press delete, or it makes backspace, or you can just drag it back and drop it into, you can just drop it into here, and that will delete it as well. Okay, so once it looks like that, pretty much you're all set. Okay, it's a little off center. I think it's okay. Finish. All right. Looks like we have to use an on event for click me here. All right, so we can, in design mode, I can click that object and go to events and click the insert and show code. And there we go. So now it says change the ID if you would like. So if we look at it in design mode, yeah, button 1 doesn't really make much sense. How would we change that to click button? And I should use camel case, so capital B. There we go. And it says, it also has code already inserted, the console log. So if we run this and click it, we can see in the I have to be in the code mode. There you go. Oh, because I changed the name though, it's now different as well. I have to change it here to click button. And now let's run that again. There it goes, button 1 clicked. Looks like it works good. All right, moving on. All right, now we're going to work with console logs in Bubble 4 here. What you need to know is these console log, all they do is that doesn't come up on the screen here, but rather down the debug console. So when you run this, for example, it just automatically comes down here because it's not even inside of a UI control. It's just a console message. So we want it to say, hello there, my name is, and then go ahead and put yours in there. So I'm going to drag console log out, and my name is, Mr. Raymond. So it's not a command, it's just text to show up. So when I run this, there it is. Hello, my name is Mr. Raymond. Cool. You need to know how to do this though, because you're going to be adding console messages more later. All right, printing the code. All right, just understanding that doing something like a console log is a common thing that you see in all programming languages. It helps people understand how their program is running, being able to have these console logs come up. It is a debugging technique. Okay. All right, number 6. We've added some console log statements both in event handlers as well as just out in the open. Okay. So if we look at this, you try to think, what's going to actually happen? Okay. So what do you think will happen? Will it print all 5 messages or only a few? Give it a try. Okay, so if we run this, you'll see it only printed messages 1, 3, and 5, and that's because they are not inside an event handler. If you look at button 1 and button 2, message 2 and message 4, they only happen though if I go over here and click them. So if I wanted this to actually go in order, I'd have to change it up. All right, so again, it's just running the first 1, 3, and 5 because these are not happening until I actually click the buttons. All right. You can also use them for mouse up and down. So if we look right here, button 1 has a click, and it has mouse down, and it has mouse up. So let's try that. So if I click, so it says mouse down at the bottom there. Look down there. If I unclick, it does mouse up and completes the click. Okay, so when you first click, that doesn't count as a click until you let go. Okay. So make sure you understand that and give it a try. Seems like it's one action, but it's not. It's 3 actions. All right. Next. Ooh, this is when people get screwed up on. So this is fun. All right. So we have 3 event handlers, and so when I run this, when you click on the location where the 2 objects are overlapping, which events fire when the click. Okay. So basically, if you look at this, if I click purple, it says purple and screen. If I click yellow, it just says screen, screen, screen. So the point is that when you click on anything, it's going to click screen as well. Screen is always clicked. When I click green over here, it's green. But what about if I click in this area? It actually says purple and screen. It does not say green screen, just purple and screen. Okay? So whatever's on front will get clicked. The button underneath will not, but the screen will still be clicked no matter what. All right, so there's a lot here, so I'll try to keep it in a summary. Okay, so what is a screen? Well, user interface elements such as buttons and labels and text boxes are associated with a screen. So one screen might have 3 buttons, another screen might have 2 different buttons. All right, they kind of belong to that screen. You can have multiple screens in one workspace. All right, and I'll show you how to make a new screen, but essentially you're going to click up at the top here and you can do new screen. All right, so far you've only worked with one screen. And there's also properties for you to set as well. Okay, so let me just jump into it. You can also set screen. That's a command to set one screen compared to another. All right, so it wants us to add a new screen, drag out from the design tool box. So let's give it a go. So I can do, oh, you know what? I want to make sure this is start over. Okay, so we have hello here. Then I can drop it down, and here's my new screen. So click new screen, and right away I have screen 1, it's called, which is fine. I think I'm going to call it the goodbye screen. And then I can choose an image, or I can choose a color, which I can just hit the little dot right there. And let's try to make it like what they have here, something like that. It's not like quite right, but there we are. If I drop it down, now I have the hello screen and the goodbye screen, and I need to include a button as well. So I'm going to drag a button out there, and I will put the text as go back, and the ID probably should be called back button or something like that. All right, we can change the size of it as well. Remember, you can drag these corners and text size. Oof. There we go. All right. Let's run this. Ooh, see, look, it went to this screen, but I have no way to get to the next screen. We'll add code in the next level, though. So I'll finish on there. Now we're going to add some on events to make it actually go back and forth in between the two. So here's an on event, and this is hello screen, so I'm going to choose that for the ID. Hello screen. When it's clicked, we want it to set screen to the goodbye screen. So I click hello, it goes to the other one. Let's give it a try. Click, there it is. Goodbye. Go back. Hey, it doesn't work. Well, that's because you need to like actually code it, right? So let's try that out. So I'm going to do another on event for my other screen. So on my goodbye screen, I want it, so my back button, there it is. Click. I want to set the screen to the hello screen and hit run. Yeah, go back. Hello, hello. Go back. Woohoo! It works. Ta-da! All right. Now, we can make multiple screen chaser games. That's what we'll get to in just a little bit. But you can see you can have a welcome screen. You can click the banana, move around randomly like we've done before, and then you could even get to a lose screen. All right, that's what we're going to try out. So we already have ours from before, but we're going to improve our chaser game. All right, so I think I'm going to stop right there. I know today's kind of short, but I think this is a good place to stop. I'd rather you work on this in class later. Okay, so today just get 1 through 12, and then 13, 14, 15, we'll do that tomorrow. Okay, all right, see ya.